Hello, my fellow phone flinging enthusiasts. It is I, Andrew, aka Dart Sweep, and welcome to a very special episode of the Foam Zone. I am super excited to be here and to have a front tooth again. Yay! Excellent. But I'm even more excited because we are here for our annual tradition that we have been doing since the installation of what has now been known has become the Maryland Foam Tournament. So it is bracket day, and we will be announcing the teams and the first group stages matchups for the tournament coming up May 9th, just around the corner. So super exciting. I think we have pretty much all the teams here representing themselves. So we'll be introducing the teams, the captains, and we'll be just be having a little hype session here. So super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very informative episode of the Foam Zone. Normally, the Foam Zone is a bi-weekly live streaming show where we have guests all throughout the hobby, whether they be club admins, modders, designers, anyone that has anything to do with the foam flinging hobby community. We'd like to have them come on as guests, do a little class 101, get to know you, and just share our passion for the foam flinging hobby that we all have. If you have not done so already, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, tell your friends, families. Once the website has been updated and out of under construction, you'll be able to go there, register yourself, your teams. You'll be able to set up your clubs, be able to get them on the map. Have all the resources that it takes to run a club, ticketing, merch, all those sort of things that it takes to have a successful club. You will have the resources to be able to have your own and to connect and attend or do whatever you want. But that's the whole goal of the World Foam Alliance. So super excited once the website is finished. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of the year and should be fully functional and good to go. But in the meantime, we're here on YouTube doing the supplemental content, and here we are on the Foam Zone Bracket Day 2025. So, okay. Okay, so I think we're just doing a little cycle through. Yeah, we're just cycling through on our stream here, so just stand by. But we're going to have our guests from UMBC. We're going to have our guests from UMBC talking about the Invitational. So you'll be able to get some information regarding what to expect for Sunday if you are attending the weekend of Maryland Mayhem. And then we will have my very good friends, Boomstick Mods and Cordell Warren, aka 703 Labs, here to discuss the Maryland Foam Tournament and bring on the teams. So super exciting and going to be a lot of fun. Let's give a shout out to everyone that's been able to join us here in the stream in the live chat. We have Nerf, Cadix, Ronin Sword, Spaceman. I think that's one of us. Michael, Death Tree, Foxes Like Space, Mia, Donut's in the house. So welcome, and I know Alex is lurking around here somewhere as well. So welcome to the stream. Super excited. Again, going to be a great stream announcing the MFT team matchups, and we'll have the captains on to introduce the teams and hype everyone up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have some events that are coming up. I think Boiler Dome is coming up this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So super excited for that. Looking forward to seeing the photos and videos. I know that Survival Fest is around the corner at the end of May. So if you need information on that, their Discord is up and kicking and live. We'll be hopefully traveling there and attending with Boomstick and Donuts. So hope to see you there. And then NWAR is coming up in July again at UNCC. Fantastic, beautiful campus. Highly recommend. Always a good time. And UNCC, their outdoor gaming club always puts on a great show. So highly recommend. I know Armageddon, I think, was announced again out on the West Coast. along with the tentative date for RAG in October. They're just waiting to confirm. And then we have the official announcement of APOC and BPOC for the weekend of August 16th. So get ready for some more fun at Cousins Paintball Field, 300 FPS. All day long, and then BPOC, the #1 casual comp, period. Always a fun time, and hopefully we'll see some of the teams that are competing in the Maryland Foam Tournament be able to make their way down to, or up to, or over to New Jersey for BPOC in the fall. So a lot of events. I know I missed some. We usually have the whole list that has the events with all the dates and locations on there. We may have prematurely posted that last time with some incorrect locations and dates on there, so I didn't want to post that there. Now I'm sure I'm missing some dates and events, but again, most of that information should be in the Discord if you need to refer to that. So, but yeah, it sounds like some fun stuff will be releasing. It looks like, I don't know if you guys seen, it looks like Wellcome released a video on the new AEB from X-Shot, which is, I guess, creatively just being called motorized pump piston blaster is instead of something cool, but it looks like a lot of fun. You guys know me, I'm a huge fan of AEB, so I am definitely looking forward to getting my hands on one. If you guys had a chance to take a look at that, what are your thoughts on the new X-Shot motorized AEB that's coming out? I think originally it was announced for like $70, but tariffs might have come into play, and I heard now it might be going up to another $20, up to 90, which in my opinion is still pretty good, honestly. So hey, as long as it works, 150 FPS AEB for $90 sounds like a win to me. So super excited to get a chance to check that out. I did get a chance to get my hands on the Stinger V2. Definitely a controversial blaster, but very fun blaster nonetheless. I had a chance to try that out. So if you get a chance to test fire the V2, or you have had a chance, or you own one, go ahead down in the live chat and let me know what you think about the Stinger V2. I am curious to get other opinions on it, because I was impressed with it. But again, is it gimmicks or is it good blaster? I think that's the debate or question that needs to be answered. So if you have that answer, or if you've had some experience with the Stinger V2, would love to hear your thoughts on that. Also got the chance to try out the Phantasm, I'm not sure what it is, but one of the Uno club members created basically essentially a cut down version of the Spirit. Spirit, as you know, is the Maryland favorite comp blaster, local comp blaster here, as well as in the comp scene as well. So that was a lot of fun, and looking forward to hopefully getting those parts available and making that blaster available here sometime soon, hopefully. But very exciting. So if there are any blasters that you've gotten a chance to get your hands on, or test try, or try out, or that you're looking forward, go ahead and drop that down in the live chat section. Would love to see what you guys have been up to. Also, any works in progresses. I know that we have the integration competition still going on. Prickly Mods is doing some really good stuff if you haven't seen. But yeah, if you're working on something fun that you think we'd like to know about, go ahead and drop that down in the live chat. So excellent. Here we are. It's about 8:10. I think it is a perfect time to bring our first guest on for the evening, which is someone who I've had the pleasure of playing HVZ with for the past, oh gosh, I want to say it's been 3 or 4 years since I've had the pleasure of eating brains with this guest, but they hail from the wonderful institution that is the University of Maryland in Baltimore County, UMBC. They are one of the admins for the clubs, for the UMBC HVZ club, who meet every week on Mondays and Thursdays for hour-long nightly missions. A lot of fun, and a good opportunity to get out there and test your HVZ skills throughout the year. So, I think there's going to be a mini mission or a night mission the Thursday before the Invitational for anyone that is arriving into the Maryland area. early. So I think normally we like to invite everyone to come out and check that out. If you're around, go do the HVZ mission Thursday night. We usually go and do a post-battle meal or hang out afterwards, and then Friday's the tournament. Saturday is BlasterCon 11th hour, and then the main event is the UMBC Invitational on Sunday, Mother's Day. Zombie Brains, awesome. So let me introduce our first guest. Our guest is Seth from UMBC, who's going to be discussing the details and information regarding the Invitational on Sunday. So Seth, hello, how are you?
Hey Andrew, I'm actually really excited for this event because it's been
good
for a while. And we're getting to the point where it's gonna finally pay off. So I'm from UMBC HVZ, as Andrew said. I'm an officer and part of the mod team putting on the Invitational. So I'd like to go over a few things today, mostly what you need to bring, what to expect, and any like signups and such, and also map.
Awesome.
So to start off, one sec, I have many different documents open and tabs.
I asked Seth to bring some visual aids, and
okay,
I think here we go.
Not yet. If you haven't played HVZ before, it's essentially a game where there's one side that has Nerf blasters, there's one side that has zombies, or that are zombies. The zombies try to tag the humans without getting shot. And the way it works is, as the day goes on, there are less and less humans and more zombies, and eventually either the humans win at the last mission or all humans become zombies. The latter typically happens. So given that this is on the college campus and that we are playing in close proximity, there is a 120 FPS limit for half darts, full lengths, ultra, other similar darts. And then your blasters also need to be colored brightly and not look realistic at all. College campus again. And then there's a 60 FPS limit for Mega and Mega XL. Bring iPro if you have it, it's required. We might have like a couple extra that we can give out, but there will not be enough for everyone. So if you have it, please bring it. And that's about what you need to bring. Just blasters, optional. Darts, optional. iPro. So for the general check-in/signups, in addition to the signups on the Maryland Mayhem website, like just the general signup, we also have safety briefings, which I'm going to post in chat right now. You are required to attend one. There is one on Friday, one on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday before the game. I just posted a link in chat. These are basically to brief you on all of the rules of the game and to also get blaster checks done.
And also, it's the only way to get your bandana, and you must have a bandana to play, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So the way that it's going to work is after you attend the safety briefing, we're going to usher you through an exit door, and on that there will be sign-ins and bandanas that will be given out to people who have done the briefing. And those will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The actual game day, that's going to start at 9 a.m., which is so you need to get all blasters chronoed as well, which I did not go over. Those will be during the briefing. So if, for example, you're not going to the 8 a.m. safety briefing, you can just get a blaster check. And those will be happening all throughout the morning and after the safety briefings on Friday and Saturday. So you should have plenty of time. Just get there early. Try not to be late. So once on Sunday, when the actual game starts, at 9 a.m., humans break into what we call groups. So unlike a lot of games, we try to have it outside as much as possible, so minimal breaks. So the morning is basically you will be assigned a group mod, and then you will do 3 to 4 missions before there is a unifier mission where all of the groups merge together, and then a break for lunch. And then during lunch break, there's no, everyone's out of play, you're safe, etc. At approximately 2:30, it's going to vary depending on the day. The afternoon missions will start, which will have less groups, and then eventually there will be a finale. So can you share the map now, if you don't mind? Okay, so this is the map. As you can see, there's a lot. So black crosses, those are areas where there are visible construction. Those will be totally out of play, obviously. Please don't go in the construction. The red, there's a preschool above some of the construction, which is, we do not want to go there. We do not want to have darts there. We do not want anyone in that area. So that rough area is totally out of play. What's marked in yellow is Meyerhof, which is the primary briefing room for both Saturday and Sunday. You basically will go there to get your briefing. And then once you finish your briefing, there will be blaster checks or blaster chronographing in the blue, which we call chem bunker. And then the little purple dot you see is lecture hall 1, which is where the safety briefings will be done on Friday. We have a safe zone that is in play all day long. That is the big green triangle above the commons. What that means is if you're in there, you are safe. You cannot fire out of it. You cannot be tagged. You can deband, etc., etc. We do this because it's necessary if we want to play all day outside. The pink is an additional blaster check area for Sunday. And then you see the area in blue. That is a no blaster zone. That specific Erickson Hall, basically the people there, they don't like blasters there. It is still in play, but you can only throw darts and throw socks. So good luck. And am I missing anything? Oh yeah, parking. If you get here at after 7 on Friday or on the weekends, it's free. You can park anywhere. You should be good. I would recommend lot 5, which is the stuff above the performing arts and humanities, and lot 1 through 5, which are the lots to the right side. What am I missing? I think that was the main points I wanted to go over. Another thing I sort of wanted to discuss is changes this year. So if you were here last year, these are some differences that will be in play. So around the safe zone, there's a sidewalk that goes just completely around it. That will be a no linger zone. What that means is you shouldn't be on there unless you are walking into or out of the safe zone. This basically is to prevent some of the spawn camping that sometimes happens as safe zones, and also just to make sure that it's safe so there aren't people crashing into each other as they leave. I think that's most of what I wanted to talk about. Paralysis is also no longer a thing. If you don't remember what paralysis was, we didn't use it, but it was in the rules. It definitely will not be a part of it this year. That's it in regards to sort of logistics and overview. In addition to the standard zombies, there will be some what we call ZNPCs in play. You might know them as specials. The main types are Disarmor, which is a ZNPC that is marked with a neon yellow headband and 2 armbands on the sides. If they tag you, you are disarmed, which means you cannot shoot your blaster for 30 seconds. We also have some shields. Like last year, this year, though, we have 2 different categories of shields. One that is small. It's about a foot by 2 feet, maybe at the biggest. They're foam. Still no shield bashing, so you cannot tag with the shield, but zombies who have the shield, they can tag humans with their other hand. And then this year we will also have what we are referring to as tower shields, which are like 6 by 4 foot giant walls of cardboard with a clear visor that people can see. And then so unlike a lot of other schools, we don't have any specials that are immune to certain ammo types. We do have some who are only stunnable by throwables, but you can also throw darts here, so these will stun those zombies as well. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions, I will be in this chat for the remainder of the stream. Thanks.
Awesome, Seth. You did great. That was great. So yeah, awesome. So if you guys have any questions regarding the UMBC Invitational, again, it's going to be on Mother's Day, Sunday. Please visit the Maryland Mayhem Facebook group or Discord. Also, UNBC HVZ Club has a Discord. They also host their Monday and Thursday night missions. If you're in the area, definitely come check it out. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. For more information, like I said, go online, go to the website. And we also have the information on the Maryland Foam Alliance, Maryland Mayhem section, part of the website. So thank you so much, Seth. Really appreciate that. If you guys have any questions regarding Invitational or for Seth, go ahead and drop those down in the live chat, and we'll make sure we answer those. Let's see who's in the chat, the live chat now. We got a lot of people. Welcome. All right. Shout out to, looks like Buff Daddy has joined the chat. Shout out to Captain Shotgun. We already said Mia was in here. Michael. We got Kevin from Uno's here, TNT Events. So shout out to TNT Events. If you guys get a chance up to New Jersey, they host competitive practices, clinics, and scrimmages in sports domain up in New Jersey. Let's see. CR Nerf Bill is in the house. Good to see ya. Yeah, so we got an all-star group here in the live chat section. So again, thanks for joining us here on the Foam Zone live streaming show every other week. Having guests on throughout the hobby. And tonight is bracket day, where we will be announcing the teams for the Maryland Foam Tournament 2025 momentarily. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, again, please drop them down in live chat, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and show us your support. So I think at this time, what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring on my partners in crime, none other than Boomstick Mods and Cordell Warren from the Maryland Foam Alliance. My partners in crimes, like I said, who have been diligently through the last year been coordinating this entire event as we start to do immediately the day after the event is over. So welcome Boomstick Mods and welcome Cordell. Go ahead and wave your hands so Daffy can get you on there. He's got the ref shirt on. Oh, okay. He did.
I can do it again.
We'll get Boomstick here on in a second. But what I want to do is I just want to quickly talk about the Maryland Foam Tournament in general in itself and why we have it. Hopefully we can get Boomstick on here because he sounds better than I do talking about it. So how we looking?
I swear I'm here.
Technical.
Yeah, he's definitely in here.
Let's turn it back on again.
I see him on mine. Yay! All right, Boom has entered the chat. Excellent.
I made it.
Hey.
All right, we are back, and we have Boomstick Mods, along with Cordell Warren with the Maryland Foam Alliance, my partners in crimes, the real organizers of this entire weekend, essentially. Welcome, guys. Always a pleasure. And again, I'd like to thank you guys for picking up my slack, essentially. You know how it goes. I'm just here for moral support. Woo! But again, I think we were talking about this earlier before the stream happened, but I'm extremely proud to be on this journey with you two, having been a part of this creation of this tournament, which is really essentially an idea we had come up with after End War 2022, essentially wanting to provide an alternative option that was closer to us, just in case End War ended up somewhere really far away from us. And then that kind of evolved into this, the format that a 3-day format that we're all familiar with, except in our version. So having the tournament originally on Friday and HVZ on the Saturday, and then a casual PvP and BlasterCon convention on the Sunday, just to wrap things up. But that's kind of the history of it. And I just like to have Boomstick and Cordell kind of introduce themselves and talk a little bit about this year's tournament. And for those that don't know what competitive foam flinging dash nerf is, we'll kind of explain our version of flag dash, which is essentially what we felt was the best of all the competitive game types, kind of mashed and hodgepodged into one, and kind of taking the best from everything and making it into something that we thought competitive and fun for everyone, that we hopefully could continue to grow. And of course, as every year, we look to the feedback that were provided by the players and people involved, and always look to improve. And we have some small changes and updates to this year, but exciting ones that we think are gonna really help and increase and again evolve this competitive foam flinging scene that we're all kind of growing here together. So Boomstick and Cordell, welcome. How are you?
Yo.
How's it going? I'm Boomstick Mods. I am just off wherever it is I am.
Boom was here, and now Cordell's here.
We keep getting his picture, then we keep losing his picture, then we keep losing his picture.
We'll get there someday. Cordell's here.
There we are. All right. Just so people don't get confused, I know Andrew was talking about previous years with it being the tournament, HVZ, then the con. Don't get confused. This year it is tournament, then convention, then HVZ on Sunday. So we did a switch up for this year.
Don't show up to HVZ on Saturday. Don't show up to HVZ on Saturday, otherwise you'll be sad.
But yes, so Maryland Foam Tournament is a competitive Nerf tournament, taking a lot of inspiration from other tournaments that we've been to and competed in, where it's a single life elimination style bracket tournament where you start in a group stage and then the top players from that go on to the elimination stage from there. Flag dash is a variation of obviously capture the flag, where your goal is to get the flag from the middle of the field and take it across your opposing team's end zone. At least that's how it was in the past. Now we have breakout bunkers. So we will be taking flags to the breakout bunkers instead of just a line at the back of the field. So our hope is to prevent people from slamming into the back wall, unlike last year. At least that's the goal.
So that's the big change this year, or significant change is the starting line has now evolved to essentially 3 breakout boxes and 3 scoring boxes. So there will be 3 locations across the back line, evenly spread out, 2, 1 on each side and 1 in the center, and you can start from one or separate and start from wherever you want. And then essentially the goal is to score the flag at one of the breakout boxes to score. So that is the main, one of the main updates for this year, which we feel like is going to increase strategic play, and maybe take out some of the runs that were easy to make on the sidelines. And so I think I'm excited to see the new updates. And then we're really excited about this chrono process that we've been implementing, or been trying to implement this year, with inspiration that we've taken from other events as well. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We have partnered with Dart Zone and they are going to be providing all the darts for chronographing. So we will be having the Dart Zone Nitro Shot Plus dart as our official chronograph dart, meaning that all players will be chronographing their blasters with those darts, giving us a nice, consistent base to work off of for all teams instead of having teams chronoing with a bunch of different kinds of darts. That way it gives us a bit of consistency here. And we've also changed up the way we're doing chronograph. In the past and in other events that we've seen, it's always been you chronograph everything at the beginning of the event, and then you're good for the rest of the event. We decided to take some cues from paintball and switch up the chronographing to being before your match. So when you're on deck, you'll be having your darts counted just like before in the past, and you'll also be chronographing your blaster as well. Each team is allowed to bring 10 blasters to the chronograph station for them to chronograph. Players are expected to have the blasters ready to go by then, so if the blaster does not pass chronograph check, you can't use that blaster. There's no time to retune or anything. We will have chronographs available for players to be able to tune their blasters before that point, but players will be expected to have a blaster hitting that chronograph when they get to their on deck. And that'll be happening before every match, essentially. So while the match is going on, two teams will be getting their blasters checked and chronographed and darts counted and everything. That's another big change from last year to this year.
And again, the idea is to hopefully eventually start standardizing the darts that we're using, not only for the chronograph check-in process, but also for gameplay as well. So would love to have Dart Zone be a part of that. And again, they've shown us a lot of support and are willing to grow with us. So I think that's exciting. I do think that they're going to be readily available sometime in the fall. So hopefully that's exciting as well on store shelves. So stay tuned for that. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the major updates for this year's tournament is the breakout box locations and the scoring locations.
We do have a couple more that are, I would say, fairly important, mainly being that it's now only the top 6 teams going into the elimination bracket as opposed to everyone but the bottom 2. So it'll be pretty much your score, the collective scores overall for the top 6 teams will be going into the elimination bracket. That means regardless of group, it's not top 2 from each group. It is top 6 overall as far as points. So your goal for the group stage is to score as many points as possible to guarantee yourself a place in the top 6 in the elimination bracket.
And points do matter because should there be a tie, it's going to come down to kind of how you scored through the group stages.
Yeah, so getting placed into the elimination bracket, it's based off of the amount of points. If you were tied with another team, if 2 teams are fighting for like the number 6 spot, it'll be looked at how many wins that team got as the next bracket that we look at as wins. And then if they're still tied in wins, we will be doing I believe it's a 1v1 for our sudden death matches will be done to decide the tie in that situation.
So, and again, this is an update from our previous year's format where it was essentially everyone made it to the finals, except for I think the bottom 2 teams, and then battled it out there. But this year's it's going to be the 6 top scoring teams will make it to the finals.
And it's also a situation where, like in the past, we've had referees with GoPros. We will not be having those this year. The amount of effort it took to keep 6 GoPros running across the referees was an extreme headache, and we have done away with those. So now for the dispute process, you are only available to look at either the stream footage or footage from your team's GoPros, essentially. You can provide your own footage, but we won't have footage on the referees anymore. So teams, make sure you are taking that into account when planning your loadouts, whether or not you want to have cameras or not. And this was asked in the Discord, and I'll put it here. All teams, like in years past, are allowed to have a camera person in their, essentially their death box where the teams go to die, or after they've died. They are allowed to have a camera person there. Their camera person or videographer in that area is allowed to submit footage as they are part of the team. So they are considered an active player. Obviously, they can't coach or do anything else like that. But if a dispute were to be called, they could submit their footage for dispute. So I know a lot of people are used to, I think the past 2 years we've had GoPros going. And so that was a big change that I thought were worth bringing up.
But here's the bottom line, teams. No disputes. Let's make this the first year there are no disputes. We can do it. I guarantee it. No disputes.
You know that's not gonna happen, Andrew. Come on.
I know. I've seen everyone in the chat, and everyone's just got like,
come on, guys.
But there we go. Dispute. We already got disputes being challenged,
especially
here.
with only the top 6 teams making it into the elimination bracket. If anything, I'm honestly expecting more disputes. But essentially, we're putting more responsibility on the teams as opposed to putting the responsibilities on the refs, which I will say our goal for this year was to have official paintball refs for the tournament. We did try to reach out to paintball refs in our area, trying to get them to come and pay them for their time. Unfortunately, we were not able to get them to have an open communication with us so we could actually hire them. So we have gone through, and I'm sure you saw on social media where we were asking people to submit applications for being a referee. So all the referees are paid. All the referees have had to submit applications. They will be going through a couple of trainings leading up to it. Most of them have sports experience as well. And so we're hoping that still doing it this way, you have a bit of separation between refs and the hobby. At least that's the goal. I know it's not what we had wanted. However, that is what we were able to do, unfortunately. Like, our goal was paintball refs. It just didn't end up working out, unfortunately. So we're sorry for that, but we've kind of done the best we could do with the situation.
Give me another 3 months, 6 months. I'll get us paintball refs. I'll get us all the refs that we need for this. We'll never have to worry about it again. But yeah, we ran out of time a little bit and resources. So, but we will again kind of growing and evolving. And I think the goal is again kind of standardizing how we officiate these events and getting paid refs that are familiar with shooting, tagging sports. I think is conducive. So again, we'll get there eventually. So. Let's see. But yeah, main things is breakout boxes, chrono check stations, disputes, with no cameras this year. If you want disputes, you are responsible for providing your own footage for the team. And we are on a very tight schedule this year just to do the amount of matches. Like we said, we updated the format from 3 matches or 4 matches from last year, where now everyone is playing their group stage and guaranteed at least how many matches?
5.
You're guaranteed 5 matches.
5 matches,
obviously, there's no guarantees for making it into the elimination, but everyone is guaranteed at least 5 matches for their group stage, because you will be playing everyone in your group. So everyone in Group A, you're playing everyone in that group.
And we did the math. How many matches are we playing total on Friday? Not including the finals.
Oh man, you asked me to do math live.
You can put this man on the spot. I think
you don't want to ask me math questions. You guys know that. That's why I'm not in charge of the budget.
It was something like 80.
Yeah, it's something crazy. So I'm sure Boom's doing it right now in his head.
103 matches.
Yes, 103 matches. So this is going to literally be the largest pro competitive tournament ever, I think. if I'm mistaken, go ahead and let me and correct me in the chat. But shout out to everyone that has made it to the live chat. Nathani is up here. Nate, what's up? Mr. Wublin, hello. Who else did I see? I saw Andy Griff was up in here earlier. So again, we just have a chat full of all-stars here. So thank you for joining us. Friendly reminder, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Also, if you have not done so already, please go to Boomstick Mods socials, YouTube, Instagram. Give them a like and a follow. And if you happen to make your way over to Dart Sweep as well, I won't be upset. So,
Cordell, before we move on, there's an actual important question.
Yes.
So Kirby asked in the chat if coaches are allowed to have cameras.
Yeah, they're considered an active player. They can absolutely have cameras.
Yeah.
We'll just
So
want to make
again,
sure
the
that
major. Yeah, the major rule or update really is that the referee officiants will not have GoPro cameras on them to be used to review footage. So if you want to call a dispute, which requires evidence, unsubstantial evidence, to overturn a call, you will be responsible for that, and may want to consider having a camera person or strapping up GoPros to yourself as well. So keep that in mind. But so unless anyone has any other questions, if you do, go ahead and drop them down in the live chat. But without further ado, I think we might as well do what we came here to do, and that is announce the teams and the matches for the first matches. Let's see. How do we want to do this, Boom? Do you want to announce as head ref the teams, or you and Cordell want to announce? Here, let's do this. We'll do team 1 and then team 2 after that. So let's start with the first team in match A1. If you can get
first
them
team in group stage A in the first match,
we're gonna bring them. We're gonna bring the team captains on, and we're gonna have them introduce themselves and talk a little bit about the team. So.
All right. So the first group team in Group A is Team Smog.
Team Smog from the West Coast. Is it the East Coast? Out in West Coast?
Zelko should be here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Zelkos.
I'm here.
All right. Zelkos is representing Team Smog. And we'll get Zelkos up on camera eventually. All right.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, I have a question. Does that mean we're first? Does that mean we're first?
It does mean you are first. Yes, you guys are the first match of the day.
All right. Well, welcome back. And it looks like you guys have a fun matchup, but we'll get to that in a second. But Zelkos, welcome. Why don't you introduce yourself and Team Smog again? Welcome back, Team Smog.
Team Smog? Toxic?
Toxic? Up, can we hear him? Do we have audio?
Oh, was I supposed to say something?
Yeah, introduce yourself. Introduce Team Smog.
Hi, I am Jason. Also, I go by Zelkos. I am the team captain of Smog. We are officially a East Coast team now. We basically we had started off.
Can we run some B-roll and photos?
We. There wasn't a try, but yeah. So we basically were started at the first MFT. Then we kind of paused for a minute during the second MFT. Now we decided to have a full East Coast team, and we are here to play. We have a couple new people on the roster, some familiar people on the roster. We have Jed, who everybody's familiar with. We have Jed, aka Rogue Contra. We have Gotham, aka Goot. Nathan. We also have a new person, Tyler. We also have MG Kevin, which is Kevin, one of the Uno admins. We are really excited for 2025. We've been, trying as best as we can to meet up and play. I am also the co-founder of TNT Events, so we've been getting our scrims in and as much as we can. We are definitely looking forward to showing up on the field.
Awesome. You have any strategy that you're willing to share going into the tournament, or what are you expecting?
Just don't get tagged. It's just that simple.
It's always a good strategy. And TNT, you guys are hosting a scrim coming up for anyone that's interested.
Correct. We are hosting a scrim right before. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the big field this year. We booked before we did. We were a little late on that one, but we're still getting some reps in regards to it. Regards to flag dash is always a benefit, no matter what size the field and how accurate it is. So if you are rolling through New Jersey, we will be having it on May 3rd, the weekend before MFT. So if you guys want to come and have a quick scrim, we will be there from 12 to 6, and you can check it out on the TNT website.
Awesome. Well, really excited to see the return of Team Smog jerseys on the field. Always a good competition. You guys have a really tough team, so I definitely think Team Smog is one to keep an eye out for. So good luck to you guys, and super excited to see you guys in May in a couple weeks.
See you soon.
All right. Cordell, why don't we announce the second team that Team Smog is going to be playing?
Oh, this is going to be a good one, guys. The second team in Group A is Magic Smoke 1.
Magic Smoke 1. And why don't we go? Can we go?
Yeah, boy. Here we go.
Flankmaster.
We have Jesse Roberts, a.k.a.
Yeah, I'm here for both
Flankmaster
teams.
Flex, who I'm actually going to take credit for naming Flankmaster. If you guys don't know, in the early years of our phone flinging relationship, Jesse was well known for taking hard flanks to either side, and you better be careful. So welcome, Jesse, a.k.a. Flankmaster Flex, captain of Team Magic Smoke, which I have no bias or affiliation towards whatsoever. So welcome. How are you?
Hey, Andrew. Great to be here. Thanks for the intro, and appreciate you coming up with that nickname all those years ago. It's really stuck around.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, your teammates, and give us a little insight to the smoke, the magic behind the smoke.
Yeah, so I'm Jesse, team captain of Magic Smoke, also known as Flankmaster. We're back-to-back MFG champions, both 23 and 24. Definitely looking to do it again this year as well. And the magic behind the Magic Smoke, in addition to, of course, being the substance that makes all electric blasters work, as we know, because you can't let it out or your blaster stops working. The real magic on our team is friendship. We all like each other. We get along.
That's it.
And that translates on the field to a lot of synergy, a lot of people working together, covering each other. We're also pretty aggressive. People have played against us, know how that feels to be on the receiving end of that. I run into it every time I have to scrim against my teammates. And yeah, we're very excited to be playing Smog in this first match. They're a solid team. We scrim with them a lot. They keep getting better, but that also makes us better. So it's just kind of this cycle. So look, as long as we're all improving more than teams from across the country, then the East Coast stays on top, right?
East Coast, Beast Coast. Hashtag. Awesome. Well, I'm sure it's no secret, but definitely Magic Smoke is definitely a team to watch out for. Aggressive players. Jesse, Sarah, and Bacon are definitely players to be watching out for on the field. Super excited to see you guys compete this year. It's going to be a good time. What's your strategy? Do you guys have any strategy or anything different that you're looking to do this year? Obviously, teams have been getting better. Obviously, having to go up against you guys and everything like that. Are you guys having to adjust your strategy or do anything different as teams are getting better?
Yeah. So our main strategy is if you see an opponent and they're behind cover, you just tell them to peek again. They pop their head out. You shoot them in the head. Seems to be working pretty good for us.
So don't fall for that, teams. If they tell you to peek out, don't do it.
But yeah, for jokes aside, the hobby continues to get better. The average team continues to get better, but personally, I think there's just no substitute for showing up, playing games, and learning from each one. And that's what our team does best. We go to more games, we get more play time, and then we learn from it actively every time. So unless you're playing more than us, you're gonna have a hard time.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for joining us this evening. Super excited to see you guys. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, to see if Magic Smoke can three-peat it and hold their title as the Maryland Foam Tournament champs. So, or see if any of the teams on tonight can dethrone the champs. So awesome. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Jesse. Let's go ahead and bring on the next team. Boom.
So the first team in Group B is going to be Team Midnight.
Team Midnight, and Team Midnight's captain is who's Team Midnight's captain? Oh yeah, we got Brother Seeger. Yes, all right. Hello, how are you, Thomas? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks for inviting me out here.
Absolutely. You guys are no strangers to the comp scene. I think you guys are in your third or fourth year here now. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself.
So, hey, I'm Thomas, aka Brother Seeger. I'm the captain for Team Midnight. This will actually be our second year at the Maryland Foam Tournament, second year overall as a team. Got a really good group of guys behind us. We do have one new member this year as well, starting with our previous members. Got my boy Ian, or Crowfeather. I got Neat on our team. I got David, or DPI, and we got our boy Jack, or aka Virus, and
You got
our
B-roll.
coach. What is it? Oh, and then we got our coach Dave as well, and then our new player this year. We got our a fellow player from Columbus, goes by Carl, or aka Ghost. But yeah, primarily playing out of the Midwest, so Indiana and Ohio and Kentucky is kind of where we're from, really.
Awesome. And this is your second year as Midnight. What's your strategy? What are you expecting? Who are you looking forward to matching up against?
Well, strategy. I think everyone's strategy is probably just don't get hit. Obviously, I like that one. That's a good one. Definitely looking forward to playing it. I mean, I don't want to spoil nothing yet, but just looking forward to playing with everybody. Getting to catch up with everybody, because there's not a lot of tournament action out here in the Midwest, unfortunately. It's all usually either east or west of us. So just getting to go out to Maryland, hang out with everybody is always the real fun time of it all.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited and really looking forward to seeing you guys making it down here and competing again. What you guys going to be Springer heavy or flywheeler heavy?
You know what? A true magician never spoils secrets.
There
We'll
you go.
keep that. We'll keep it on the wraps for now.
That's fair. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much, Brother Seeger. Appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing Team Midnight compete again at the Maryland Foam Tournament. Where can people find more information about Team Midnight?
To be honest with you, we're not really super active on social medias or anything. You can usually catch a few of us in the different Discord servers floating around. Usually most of us will have some form of Midnight in our name or anything like that. But yeah, we're kind of just all over the place, really.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys here in May, and good luck. Let's go ahead and bring our next team up, Cordell.
All right, next team up, our good friends from up north, the A team.
Sorry. That's my line. We have co-captain Jeff Hicks hailing from north of the border. Hello, how are you, Hicksy? How are you? Good to see you again.
Good, brother. Good to be here. How you doing?
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and introduce A team and let us let us know a little bit about yourself.
So A team's been going on. I saw it in the photos there. The first time we got together was the original Foam Pro Tour back in NWAR 2019. That one right there. And then from there, obviously, COVID put a little bit of damper on our spirits, but we got the team back together for NWAR 2022, I believe the next one was. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there. I was on a job out in Ottawa, about 5 hours away from here in Toronto, which would have been about a 17-hour drive for me to get to Maryland and back, and to get to Rochester and back for that one. And unfortunately, I could not get the time off work, so I missed that one. But the guys went out and played their hearts out as always. And then since then, we've done each of the Maryland foam tournaments, and we're looking forward to coming back again and playing some more this year.
Awesome. And who you guys rocking on your roster this year?
So we've changed up a little bit. The original five, myself, Jeff Blue, Colin Mandris, Buff Daddy Nerf, and Adrian are all still playing. Dan, our lovely little pickup from way back in that Q2 days, unfortunately has decided to move on, play with another team, which we totally respect him for, considering how spread out our team is. And then, so to make up for it, we'll be bringing in Daniel Murray and Walter Chan, two of our players who came down last year for BPOC. Really good, solid players, really good guys. And the nice thing is, for the first time ever, we actually have 5 A-team members in the same city at the same time. So we can actually get some practice in, which is nice. Most people don't actually understand that we get one practice in a year, usually with our buddies down in Rochester, Flower City. And then we go to the tournament and play our asses off. And that's about it. Our strategy has always been the same. Don't have a strategy.
All right. So A-team's been around since the first Foam Pro tournament. How have you seen comp play evolve over the years? And what's your strategy going into it this year's tournament?
It's definitely gotten a lot faster. The higher ammo caps have definitely pushed for a little more of a high-speed play. Definitely a lot more full auto play on the field, a lot more full auto blasters. The fact that it's very flywheel heavy. I remember the original tournament was very Springer heavy, just because trying in 2019, trying to get a flywheel blaster over 150 FPS was a challenge. I don't know if you really could even do it with a single stage cage. Band definitely wasn't a thing. I think Daybreaks had just come out, and if that, it was probably the precursor of the Eclipse cage and Eclipse wheels. Or Buff, I know you're in the chat. Or maybe you had the original Band cage at that one with whatever crazy thing you were running that year.
Mark III, I think.
Well, I don't even think the Mark III wasn't even a thing then. I don't even think we'd gotten the original Dart Zone Pro at that point.
It was that long ago. That's right.
It was looking back on it now, that was 6 years ago. June, July. So we've been doing this a while. Our strategy going this, like I said, is the same as always. We don't have one. At least not one that we're going to share. The strength that I think we have over a lot of other teams is we all play, or most of us play some kind of, or have some sort of combat sport or combat training behind us that we can all sort of rely on. We're all individual people. And then there's Buff, who is just probably the best HVZ player there is. And if he can dodge 100 zombies try to tag him, he can dodge a dart. So it'll be good. I'm really looking forward to having, the couple extra players this year. Like I said, Daniel Murray, some of you might know him from back in the Nerf Haven days, and Walter, also another solid player, one of the guys from the club. Consequently, Walter's team captain of our new sister team, who unfortunately isn't going to be there, the Northern Lights. They unfortunately missed the cutoff. So maybe MFT next year we'll have a Canada versus Canada match.
Yeah, that'd be exciting, and maybe get the double XLs back on the on the
Would
list.
love
as well,
to have the double XLs back. That was definitely one of my favorite matches. I will say, we thought we were going to walk through that match last year, and they gave us a hell of a hard time playing it. Big shout out to those guys. They are definitely going to be missed. A lot of the West Coast teams that unfortunately didn't make the cutoff this year are definitely going to be missed. Look forward to this tournament getting bigger and better every year.
Awesome. Well, we'll have Team Mega XL doing some of the commentary for the live stream, so they'll be with us in spirit, essentially. So they'll be a part of it at least. So excellent. Well, super excited, rooting for you guys. Always great to have international teams, which makes us technically an international tournament, I guess. So we are the largest international foam flinging pro comp tournament in the world, I guess.
Well, we're sorry that we have to be the ones to be the international one.
Sorry. All right. Excellent. All right. Let's announce our next team. Boom. Who do we have?
All right. For our next team, now this is the first team in Group C, and that is going to be Magic Smoke A.
And Magic Smoke A is being represented by
Jesse again.
Blankmaster Flex, Round Deuce. Welcome back. Jesse, I forgot to ask you, who do you have on Magic Smoke Team A, just so you know? And then go ahead and introduce us Magic Smoke Team 2.
All right, so I'm Flankmaster A, not to be confused with Flankmaster 1. You met him earlier. Magic Smoke is one team. We've got 12 players, and it's anyone's guess what the distribution of that is going to be as far as who's on which one this year. Previous years, we've done like a Magic Smoke Mystic Vapor kind of strategy where Mystic Vapor was like kind of our B team, but this year there isn't a B team. We're one team, except you can't have 12 players on one team. So that's for people who are looking for rosters, sorry to disappoint. You'll have to come to the tournament and find out. Overall, though, who we've got going this year, because some things have changed. Previous teams alluded to that a little bit. We've got myself, Jeremy, Justice, Ben, Sarah, Hank, Kirby, V, Anthony, Archer, and Dean. And then our new player joining us this year is Dan, formerly of A-Team, now playing with Magic Smoke. Shout out to A-Team, love you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, there was no coercion involved. But yeah, we're really looking forward to playing. There's a Magic Smoke team in 2 out of the 3 of the rosters. Don't worry, there won't be a third one. I don't have the mental capacity for that, so you don't have to worry about facing Magic Smoke in every possible bracket if the brackets look like this next year. But yeah, definitely only going to be 2 teams.
Awesome.
And just to chime in, to keep any controversy out of the way, Dan did talk to us. He did. It was given blessing to go ahead. We support him, and we look forward to taking you guys down when we finally get to play.
And that was very important to me as well, because I don't want to, I don't want to cause any bad blood. At the end of the day, the hobby's meant to be enjoyable, right? So if I would rather pass on a good player than start some problems with other teams. So I made wanted to be sure that was something that we talked about first.
Yeah. He was pretty choked up when he came to talk to us about it too. It was very, very sweet.
Yeah. He I know he likes you guys. That's about all I got for Smoke A as well, unless you got any other questions for us, Andrew.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to seeing the power of friendship with Magic Smoke A and B, or 1 and 2, however you have it listed this year. But super excited to see Maryland being represented, or the Maryland teams being represented again by Magic Smoke. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and bring on the next team. Cordell, who do we got?
We got another returning team to the tournament. You know them, you love them. It's Team Foam Rain.
Foam Rain. All right. We have the team from the Hodgepodge team, I guess, a little bit. Or I'm not quite sure if it's still Hodgepodge, but team hailing out from Ohio, our good friends Foam Juggernaut and Unicorn, RJ and Bree. How are you guys?
We're great. How are you?
Good to see you. You guys excited?
We are very excited.
Mhm.
All right. And I see you guys are rocking some updated jerseys.
Let's throw that on. There
Nice.
you go.
Excellent. All right. Well, Foam Rain is another returning team, but why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about Foam Rain?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Bree, aka Unicorn, and RJ and I are the captains representing Foam Rain. And we are a conglomerate from Ohio and Maryland. So while we're a little bit spread out, we're not as hodgepodge as we used to be. So we're tightening up a little bit. We are actually bringing back our starting five from last year. This will be our third year at MFT. We've also
Maryland. Oh yeah, foam tournament. You're right.
Yeah. We've also competed at BPOC, FPT, and ABC's Foam Razor. So we're really excited to compete against our friends again. And our team this year consists of RJ, aka Foam Juggernaut, myself. We also have John Lynn, known as the River Rat, Adam Reed, Gerald Mankey, known as our G-Man, Matt Ramey, Irish, Ryan Skidmore, the Infominable, and Sam Miller, who is also known as Sam I Am. So we're super stoked to come back and fling foam at friends again and compete against some really great teams.
Awesome. And you guys are no strangers to the comp scene. You two specifically started out on one of the other teams that we have here, Frumble, who will, I think we have them here tonight. But yes, what have you seen, or I guess, what is your strategy going into this year versus last year?
I mean, don't get shot, but I'll let RJ elaborate. He's the one calling the shots on the field.
I mean, for the most part, it's about having fun, right? Like we're playing against people we know, people we like. They're going to be shooting blasters at us. We're going to be shooting darts at them. It's just a good time, and you guys put on a great tournament. So we're just looking forward to seeing people that we've had fun with in the past, seeing new teams, how they rearrange themselves. It's really cool to see how many new faces we're going to see, and it's just try to enjoy ourselves and try to put our own thing out there. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, if you guys have not seen RJ play, just expect many mag dumps throughout the day, throughout each round.
Yep.
I think I remember. Yeah, there's definitely video footage of you after a match has ended up with just a pile of mags by your side. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. And Bree, definitely looking forward to seeing some representation on the field as well here for the females. So super excited, and I'll be rooting for you guys. Who do we have next?
All right. So next up, we have a team who's actually not played at the Maryland Foam Tournament before. Now, they're not new to the hobby, but I do believe they are new to us, at least. And that is Bone Guard. We're back in Group A, by the way. So,
all right.
Group A, Bone Guard.
Bone Guard is... Who was Bone Guard? Do we got to wait? Do we have a representative from Bone Guard?
Will the members of Bone Guard please stand up?
It should be Elaine, but yeah, I don't see her in here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Bone Guard, I think, is one of the Bane teams, if I'm not mistaken. From, gosh, we were just talking about it on the last stream. I think from New Hampshire or definitely the New England area. So recently competed. Jesse, I know that you competed up against Bone Guard back up for the North Shore Nerf War that just happened this past weekend. Do you have any information regarding Bone Guard? Just maybe generally provide.
Yeah, so Bone Guard is a newer team. We played against them in the North Shore Nerf War last fall, as well as just last week. So we played with them twice. They've been great hosts and solid competitors and very eager to learn more. Definitely watch out for them. If you haven't played with them before, you're in for a surprise.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's move along. Cordell, who do we have next going up against Bone Guard?
Going up against Bone Guard is one of our other veteran teams. That is Flower City Fallout.
Nope.
All right. And who do we got? We got Chance back representing. All right. Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Good to see you.
There's a Chance.
All right. The myth, the legend. How goes it?
Oh, it's going.
All right.
How's it going for you?
Ahead and, it's going. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and the team?
Yeah, so I'm Chance. I've been with Flower City Fallout since its inception in 2022. And yeah, we've been going to every tournament we can get our hands on since then. Had quite a few additions and people falling off over the years, but thankfully this year we have 6 of the 7 people we brought last year and 1 new one. So we lost our buddy Carl's not coming with us this year, but we did add a new player, Emily, and she's looking pretty promising. So I like our odds.
Awesome. Now, I know from personal experience, Flower City Fallout was the team to beat a few years ago. What strategy, what things are you doing differently that you're hoping to reclaim the championship title?
Yeah, so the basic strategy involves crushing our enemies, seeing them driven before us, and hearing the lamentations of their women.
Nice.
We're going to be bringing about a dozen X-shot piston pumps and wrecked juries as secondary, and we're going to be bringing both of them on the field at the same time. It's going to be wonderful, and it's nothing like it ever since.
Awesome. So you guys competed in Foam Pro Tour. What was it, 2022? I forget when it was. How would you say, again, in such a short amount of time, have you seen the pro comp space evolve?
Yeah, absolutely. Because in 2022, a Talon Claw was enough to win, and now, if you were to bring that out on the field, you'd have a hard time ever getting to use it past the hail of darts coming at you. So the field's not quite as big as it used to be back then, and the blasters are more accurate and a higher rate of fire than they've ever been. Personally, not my favorite thing in the world. If I wanted to play paintball, I would, but that's where the hobby's going. So if you want to keep up, you got to keep up.
And win is win. So, well, awesome. Looking forward to Flower City making the trip down again. Always good competition. One of the fastest and aggressive teams to be watching out for. So definitely rooting for you guys, and really looking forward to seeing you guys try to reclaim that title, should we say. So who do we have next?
So next up, we're moving into Group B again. And
I'm sorry, Boom. Is that Silly Butts behind you? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I think it's me and Silly Butts.
Okay, I was just wondering. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, this is just random Maryland tournament footage. I have no idea what's going on back here. Anyways, the next team from Group B is going to be Orca Company.
Wooga! All right.
Guys?
I think we have Jeremy representing Orca again.
Yeah, really excited to be back. So
awesome.
Glad, you guys are hosting another great tournament. Hopefully there's enough space on the podium for us. I know we love our third places. We're aiming a little higher this year, always are.
That's right.
But putting in a lot of work in the off season, been playing a lot at SDL, which a lot of our team members help admin alongside members from Beef Squad. So Sunshine Dart League's been really, really big and key component for us in our success as a team. We're bringing back the same starting 5 with a few additions as well. So we've got Ton as well this year. He was a really key component for our third place at RAG. You got him right there on the screen.
Nice.
And then, so that's going to be really big change for us. That'll be really good. Hopefully be able to get him out on the field, showcase some of his great skills. He's also one of our sponsors, so that's really amazing. We got a lot of big sponsors this year, extended the list from last year. We're able to, keep Containment Crew and Silver Fox, 2 of our biggest sponsors from last year. Got some additions in the form of Hotcoin, Gonko, Worker, Monkey Mod, some big names. So we'll have a little bit of a NASCAR going on in the back of our jerseys this year with the amount of logos we'll have. But we're really excited to go out and hopefully represent them well. So I think it should be a really good time. And then we also have 2 teams this year, which I'll be introducing Space Whales later in the stream when they get announced. So we're really, really happy to have a good group of guys going between both teams, really working together at practices on both coasts. East and West Coast is where most of our guys are located, and so it's really nice seeing that cross training between the teams. It's been really, really good. Talk about everything and work through it together.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see Tonicals, for those that you don't know or don't know, to see them compete on the field, and definitely recommend checking out some of the stuff that they come up with. Really impressive. So as you alluded to and mentioned before, you guys are no strangers to third place.
Yes,
or placing third.
Yeah.
What strategy do you have going into this tournament to try to get out of third place and maybe even place first this time?
Yeah, I think this year we've practiced more than any other year. Like I mentioned, we've been practicing once to twice a month. Also, big component for I know for a lot of us, we played at more tournaments this year as well. I was actually able to play at every major tournament in the country this year, which was really, really huge. Play with some different teams, get some different experiences, see how kind of some other people rock and roll. It's really good feedback to get working with other teams. Some people might know we've played with both Nebula and Magic Smoke as Magic Space Whales. Great group of people on both teams. We're really excited to be seeing Jesse and Magic Smoke this year. Great people all around. And then also we have some members of Nebula joining us on Space Whales I'll introduce later. But so we're glad to have them.
Awesome. Can I get the live chat to go ahead and drop an awooga down in the live chat, please? Let's show some love.
Hopefully you'll be
looking
hearing
forward
lots
to
of
seeing
that
you
this
guys. Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you guys making the trip up and seeing you guys compete and hopefully getting out of that third place podium. So
yes, yeah,
awesome.
We're
All right,
we're coming to that podium. So
awesome. All right, who do we have next?
We have another new assembly for first timers in our tournament. That would be Team Void.
Team Void. All right, who do we have representing Team Void? Wave Team Void. We got John Q. That's right. All right. Team Void. John Q. I think it is on. The camera was on.
The camera's on.
Awesome. How are ya?
Howdy.
There we go. Excellent. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and your team?
Yeah, hi. I'm John Q. Public. My name's actually Jurian. Void, it's been around for a while. It originally used to be the name that Dauntless sometimes played under during the start of King of the Hill, back when sometimes I believe Adriana and Michelle from Foam Blast wouldn't be there, so Dauntless would go under Void. In the more modern iteration, Void started as, I think, the Bay Area team for FPT 2022, and that's just kind of continued since throughout all the Ragnarok Oktoberfests. For MFT, we have mostly a good chunk of Bay Area folks, but we also do have some folks from the East Coast. Captain, who's in chat right now, but couldn't make it. Captain in terms of he's the point person for all communications, Ray. And then we also brought on Danny from Red Tide. we have Eric, who's been with the Void for quite some time. He's also ran the Ragnar Oktoberfest King of the Hill tournament last year, so he's had a whole bunch of experience in both playing and organization. We have Samuel Zhu, also known as Flygonial. He has some of the nicest legs of any other competitor in competitive Nerf, bar none. He's had a lot of experience in the Southeast and in Texas. Also have Kuriaka. I know a lot of competitors here will have their barrels or his wheels in their blasters, and he's bringing some of his own little tech up here to play. And then there's me. I've been around for a bit, playing along some other teams and bits of competitive Nerf here and there. And then we have Joey, who is kind of literally raised in the California Bay Area Nerf scene. He grew up as a kid in it, joined it, went to the comp scene, and then we are coached by a man who literally towers over everyone, whose stature is indeterminate. Adrian Kelly of Kelly Industries. Shout out. It's Kelly time, y'all.
It's Kelly time.
That's a stacked group.
That is a pretty stacked named group. I'm super excited to see everyone compete on the field. So we have a saying, or I guess we've been doing a thing, sending our East Coast players out to the West Coast, and they've come back just beating their chest, East Coast, Beast Coast, la la la. What about West Coast, Best Coast, or something like that? Well, how does West Coast foam flinging comp compare to East Coast comp?
I think there's a lot more variety in it, especially since our team does have a mix of folks from us, also Southern California. We have Danny from Red Tide. He's had a lot of experience with both, the sort of dynamic King of the Hill multi-respawn game format, as well as the more single-player formats. And then a lot of our other folks have had various sorts of experience with that gameplay as well. In general, a lot of our team is pretty quick and mobile. I'm not very quick, but I'll stand back and let them do most of their thing.
Nice. Excellent. And have you guys had a chance to practice or come up with strategy, or how have you guys been able to prepare for MFT this year?
So thankfully, given that a good chunk of our team is West Coast, Bay Area, we've had a lot of time. We've known each other, we've played, and then we've also had time practicing for previous events like Ragnar Oktoberfest as a whole team. So we've had that experience together. We haven't had much time specifically for MFT just because flights are expensive. But when all else fails, I think our strategy will probably put Sam Flygonia. We'll put him in the short shorts. We'll put him out front. Have him take the lead.
Very cool. Excellent. Well, let's make this West Coast Best Coast. Sending you guys over here. So super excited. Happy to have another West Coast team make their way over here. Who do we have next, guys?
So next up, moving down into Group C again, we have Frumble.
Let's get ready to Frumble. We should have Caruso, I believe.
Be in the chat.
Did they make it in?
I don't think so.
All right. So Chris Caruso is the captain for Team Frumble, who hails out from Ohio. I'm going to actually defer to Thomas, Brother Seeger, or RJ and Bree. If you could just give us a quick introduction. I know you guys are no longer affiliated with the team, but hopefully you guys can provide the audience with just some quick general information.
Yeah,
Thomas Ducky or Bree Hunt or Ducky.
Yeah, so like you said, mostly Ohio, a couple of people from Indiana, Kentucky again, so good Midwest-based team. Started in technically 2021 for Cold War, for that, through the 2022 season, started through there. They've played in quite a few of the FPTs. They've played in Boiler Dome, and then I think they've made it to the past 2 MFTs as well. They've been a very high-ranking team, very strong players overall. And then I personally admin the Dayton Nerf Association with Chris at here in Dayton, Ohio. Great guy to work with overall. A lot of fun to play with, and yeah, so that's what awesome. I have on them.
Cool. And if you guys, in case you don't know, Chris Caruso does stand-up comedy. So if you get a chance to make it out to a show or you want to laugh, check out some of the work and give some support. But yeah, super excited to see Frumble. I was hoping Chris would be here so I could give a specific direction for no disputes. No disputes. Okay. You know what I'm saying. Everyone knows what I'm saying. There we go. Impact Art League has a dispute sign up in the chat. Okay, so that is Team Frumble. Let's move on to their matchup. Who do we have?
Their matchup is another new assembly for this year. They would be Midnight Terrors.
All right, we have Midnight Terrors, and we have who do we have representing Midnight?
Right here.
There we go. How are you? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and Midnight Terrors?
All right, yeah. So my name is Arturo. I also go by Midnight for easier pronunciation. I'm the team captain of Team Midnight Terrors, the better Midnight and the bluer Midnight.
Nice. The better Midnight.
I love the audacity.
Thank you. We're representing the Midwest, and we're joined by mercenaries from Nebraska, which means we're bringing the most people who have never seen the ocean to this tournament.
Oh, you'll see if you come here.
Of course. We're going to come to enjoy the event and try our hardest to win, and to inform others that it's midnight somewhere. We have played at 3 Foam Pro Tours and 1 Boiler Dome before, and our strategy is to blindly run and scream at people. Hopefully it works.
I like that strategy. And do you mind telling us who you have rostered up for the tournament?
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing as well as a few people from Nebraska, such as Uni. You might know him as, his name's Justin. On Discord, his name's Uni. We've got Andy, who is also put as Monta on the Discord. And we have, let me pull up some of the names to make sure people can hear it. I also have some returning players from another tournament you might recognize. He doesn't have a code name. It's a hard one to pronounce, Olmedo. So yeah, we're looking forward to going to the event. We're excited to play, and we're ready to have a good time.
Awesome. Now, you've had comp experience before. You played in other tournaments, but this is your first Maryland MFT tournament. What are you expecting, and how do you think this may differ from some of the other comps that you participated in?
All right. So what I'm expecting is, it seems that these rules are going to lead to much more complicated play, potentially, than some of the other rule sets have, because this tournament has more strategy because of the point system this year. Instead of like just kind of brute forcing it and just having to win your matches, there's going to be like more of how many points do I need for this game? So how aggressive or how defensive should I be playing in this round? And I've seen there's a lot of diversity in Maryland in terms of teams. A lot of the other teams are a little bit more regional, or you know who's going to come every single time. Maryland seems to be the least predictable. So that's going to be very interesting as well to see, as well as the relatively large playing field compared to other tournaments currently.
Awesome. Well, I am super excited to see Midnight Terrors as a first-time MFT comp team coming in. I'm definitely going to be rooting for you guys, and super excited to see you all compete and show what Nebraska is all about. Awesome. All right, let's move on to our next team.
Back to Group A, we have RPI Code Red.
Awesome. And this is our last group, guys, so just hang in there. We're almost done. But we have RPI Code Red, and representing them is...
Yep.
Yeah. We got
right
Tony.
here.
There we are, Tony. Tony, what's shaking?
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
How are you? Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself and Code Red. I'm pretty sure a lot of us are familiar with RPI, though. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yes, sir. All right, how's everyone doing tonight? My name's Tony. I'm a freshman biomedical engineering pre-med student at RPI, as well as the current captain and president of our competitive team Code Red. I'd imagine I'm a new face for a lot of you guys. I've really only been playing comp ever since I came to RPI and first played HVZ. I became president of the club in November and have been working really hard since to keep us alive and bring us back to Maryland this year. A huge shout out to Mike Farley. Mike Farley! For helping me out with being the president of a college club and handing out all of the forms and finances and the other crap clubs that this school have to deal with. Without Mike Farley, I'd have literally no idea what I'm doing, and we wouldn't have made it back to Maryland this year. We love you, Mike Farley. Anyway, enough about me. About Code Red, we're a fairly new team. We were started last year, and we're RPI's high velocity Nerf club. We play on Sundays in an old, smelly gym on campus, but we definitely make do with what we have and get a lot of practice in. This year, we definitely have a bunch of new faces on our team. We're losing some prominent names, such as Joe, the designer of the JPEG, and of course, Mike Farley. Rest in peace, Mike Farley. But all of us are really stoked to play in Maryland and rep our college.
Awesome. Now, as a new team kind of rebuilding, going into second year of MFT, having competed before probably previously, but what is your strategy going into to the tournament, especially up against all these teams that you've been seeing?
We're definitely going to have to do some rethinking on our strategy. We were at the last TNT Scrim this past Saturday, and we definitely found our footing later on in the scrimmage. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to adjust to a lot more flywheel heavy gameplay because a lot of us do run springers, different map setup than what we're used to in a gym. But overall, we're going to make do with what we have, and we're going to play hard.
Awesome. And what can we expect from RPI this year on the field?
You should expect a lot of sharpshooting from us, definitely. A lot of us are sharpshooters, but also we're going to be mixing things up a lot with blasters we're using and trying out new strategies. We're going to play. I'm definitely looking to play a lot more aggro than we usually have.
Awesome.
Lots of aggressive
Awesome.
plays, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I always love hearing people saying they make a trip up to or over to a TNT event, and then afterwards I always hear it. I think I need to get better or practice right afterwards. So no stranger there, but you're always in good company. So super excited, rooting for RPI Code Red, and excited to have you guys come down and visit us here in Maryland. So who do we have next?
Their opponents in this matchup is going to be another returning vet team. That is Uno Draw 5.
Uno Draw 5, which I think is Ness, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's me.
And I believe we have some B-roll, maybe? Oh, okay. No worries. All right. We have Ness, Mr. President from Uno, representing Uno Draw 5. How are you? Good to see you again.
Hey, I'm great, Andrew. How are you, dude?
Good. Still recovering from our last Uno's visit from last year. Ness, why don't you introduce yourself and Uno Draw 5?
Hey, so I'm Ness. I'm the president of United Nerf Ops. We span across 4 active branches now: New Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island, and NYC. So Uno Draw 5 has changed a little bit this year, but we have myself, Rob, Kevin Gift, Jordan, Ben, Sanchez, and we also have our coach, Buddha. So we have someone from all 4 of our branches this year.
Very cool. Now, I do want to say, other teams, or just the comp scene in general, you may have Ness and the Uno crowd to thank for the creation of Magic Smoke being to the comp scene, because essentially I think what happened is Maryland got tired of losing, sent up their best players from Maryland, and essentially tried to prove a point up against to battle up against the Uno crowd. Is how the relationship kind of built up to this point, I feel like. But always a good match to see Uno. Always a tough team. What is your guys' strategy? You guys always play hard. You have a lot of fast players, a lot of really heavy hitting blasters, and just players in general. And again, you guys have kind of been doing this for a while. How have you seen comp play evolve, and what's your strategy going into this year?
Well, I mean, our strategy is basically just shoot everyone and hope we don't get shot at the same time. I'm sorry, I can't really be giving out any more of our strategy, but basically, it's really interesting to see how comp has evolved because we started off doing nothing but casual games, and now I'd say like at this point, more than 50% of our games are now in the casual comp style, where we, instead of having everyone play at the same time, we have teams split up into small groups of 5 and then do round robins and checkpoints. There's no like ultimate winner like the way you have in a real tournament. But we basically love that format of having lots of small teams where it feels like a competition, even if it's casual among friends.
Right, and you guys have rostered a good amount of players. I think you mentioned it again, but who are we rostering this year on Draw 5?
So we have 2 teams this year, but on Uno Draw 5 we have myself, Rob, Kevin Gift, because we have like a million Kevins, Ben Lamb, Jordan, Sanchez, and we have Buddha as our coach.
Very cool. So a lot of fun players there, and super excited to see you guys compete. Again, a lot of matchups in the past going up against Magic Smoke. Probably no secret that you're looking to dethrone them. What is your strategy to go up against Magic Smoke, would you say?
We're going to kill Jesse and Sarah and then kill everybody else. But yeah, instead of shooting, we created a monster because definitely, our biggest rivals are, Maryland and, but you guys are also our best friends. You're definitely my favorite Nerf group. We love Maryland over here at Uno. Yeah, we always see you guys as our sister group.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yep. Nope. You said it. You created a monster. This is all your fault. So here we are. Not a bad problem to have. So super excited to see you guys, and I guess you'll be back on to introduce the other team.
No. The other captain is here. Yeah, the other captain is here. So he'll introduce
Josh is here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, awesome. Super excited, and we will see you guys here in May.
All right. Looking forward to it, man. See you, dude.
Awesome. All right. Who's our next team?
So next up, that's done with Group A. So we're actually going to be wrapping up with Group B now. And one of the final teams in Group B, we have the Impact Dart League.
Oh, all right. We got IDL hailing from the ATL area, I believe, represented by Josh Hankin from the ABC crew. Josh, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Always glad to be on here. Always excited and happy to be in this again. We were I think the last team to join in on the setup this year. We almost missed it, but we're glad we're here.
Well, I'm glad to have you guys. I actually had the pleasure of playing up against some of your squad in FPT 2023, or I forget. I was with RJ and Bree and some of the Orca crew, but that was definitely a fun time playing up against you guys, and you guys definitely gave us a run for our money. Why don't you guys introduce yourself and the team?
So I'm Josh. I am the head admin and basically the runner of all of the stuff down here in the Atlanta area. I run the Impact Dart League, which is our competitive league. We used to be Atomic Dart League, which used to be run by Project FDL once upon a time, and all that. They transferred that over to me, and the ABC is our normal kind of group, which used to be the SCNC. So I run both pretty big and semi-prestigious groups, but we kind of just play everything, do everything, and we're here for just a good old time, here to just play to our hardest content and do everything we can to be best. As for the team we actually have a mix of people from last year. This is our second time coming to Maryland. Absolutely loved it last year, and so we had to come again. So we have about, I think, half of our team from last year. So we've got Matt, Will, Master Chef, myself, and then we also have a couple of new people, who have played in several other competitive teams that haven't exactly been with IDL, but they are from the ATL area, and we're hopefully going to throw you guys some curveballs this year.
Awesome. Now, I know you guys do competitive events, or you host practices or scrims down there. How does that compare to actually competing on an actual field for a tournament?
Yeah, no. So we operate off of Ion Rush, which is a fairly different format from how Flag Dash works. Because we have a 50 dart cap per person, as opposed to what's roughly 120 darts. So every match or every time we practice to try and do more stuff for Flag Dash, we just have to dump ammo because we're used to playing with 30% of that cap. So it's really just a matter of just getting those numbers up and being more efficient with our ammo.
Very cool. And you guys actually host a fundraising competition in the fall, or as well. How does that compare to kind of going into MFT? Would you say?
Yeah, so we hosted our first tournament last year as part of our fundraiser, and it was a huge success. We had people from Foam Rain, we had people from the Florida area, we had a bunch of people come down. It was a blast and a half. We did try to model our own tournament after Maryland for just how successful last year was. We took a lot of inspiration from you guys. It's a whole different beast, and from one organizer to another, you guys always put on a great show, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for you guys.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
So,
like I said, Boom and Cordell do all the work, so you can thank them. So,
He's not kidding.
So what is your strategy this year, having done MFT last year? Is there anything different that you guys are going to try to implement this year, do you think?
Yeah, so our main strategy is to not have our blasters break in the first tournament. Or in the first matchup. Yeah, we had two very terrible breaks that really kind of threw our flow off. But beyond that, we practice every month. We're trying to get as many practices as we can, and largely we're just trying to play more aggressive. Like I said, with how the Ion Rush format works, it's a lot more defensive and a lot more, I guess, slow going by comparison. So it's just trying to up that aggressive nature to the format.
Very cool. Well, I'm super excited to see you guys competing again and seeing what new strategies and approaches you bring to the field this year. So looking forward 100%. To it. And again, if anyone is interested in more comp opportunities, definitely check out their fundraising comp event in the fall. And Josh, I think I want to invite you back on. I had Beth on a couple of weeks ago, but I'd love to get you on at some point in Talk Shop as well. And of course, I guess Caller as well. So awesome. Next, who do we have going up against IDL?
Going up against IDL is another newer group. That will be Friendly Fire.
Friendly Fire, another Maryland local team headed up by one of our field admins, Nick. They, them. How goes it?
I'm good. How are you doing, Andrew?
Awesome. Yeah, let's get a video feed on for...
I don't have the camera, sorry.
Okay, no worries. We'll just go audio. Just believe us. Nick is a fine-looking person.
Can you folks tell we're doing this live?
We'll get a smiley face emoji or something. But I want to thank Nick, who's been extremely helpful with the MDFA admin team. So thank you. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself and your team.
Yeah, I'll keep it nice and short and sweet. We're Friendly Fire from Maryland. We're here, we're queer, and we don't need to have two teams to make sure that we get to the finals.
Oh, snap. Oh, damn. He said it was chest. Someone had to say it, and it's been said. So, Nick, you guys are a newly assembled team. You guys have some heavy hitters. Who you guys rocking on the field this year?
Absolutely. If you played against them at MFT, you know you're in for a good fight. We've got Adriel, Austin, Charlie, Bell, Devin, and Morgan.
Very cool. And you can find them on the practice field in Maryland at the DMV events and some of Shelton's events that's been hosted down in Southern Maryland. Super excited to see this team. They're pretty fast, pretty aggressive. And again, I don't think anyone is quite ready for this combination that you guys have seen. Very dangerous team, Friendly Fire here. Don't let looks fool you. So super excited to see you guys and rooting for you. And again, thanks for all your help with the MDFA.
Of course.
All right, and last but not least, the last matchups for the first round. We have none other than.
All right. So yes, Group C for the final matchup for them. We have another reoccurring team with Uno Reverse.
Uno Reverse and our good friend Darshan. What's up, man?
Hey, how's
How
it
goes
going,
it?
Andrew?
Where's
Actually
the
made it to
kid?
the.
Where's the kid?
I just put them to bed. They just came to say goodnight to me, so I just put them to bed. I know. My son was here with his blaster. He was hoping he could be on YouTube for once, but oh well.
Go wake him up. We'll get him on the next one. So,
Yeah.
how goes it? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and the team, and why don't you go ahead and tell us how Uno Reverse actually came about as well?
Yeah, so last year I didn't make it onto the stream. Jason gave a pretty decent introduction, but I like to think of us as a child of Uno and TNT. Basically, we took the rejects from both teams and formed our own little team. We placed second to last at last year's MFT. So we got a lot of things to learn from there. We've been training with the best teams on the East Coast. Right, you saw Nest from Draw 5, Magic Smoke 1, Magic Smoke A, Smog, Code Red. We've been training with all of them for the past year. So we've been getting a lot of practice and we're feeling very good about how we're going to do this year. We have some returning members. I have myself as the captain. We got Axel as the coach, Seth, Eric, and then we signed on some new players. Fadel, who's going to be my vice captain, Taras and Josh. So some, younger blood. Hopefully we can get to the flag faster, which we didn't do much last year. We also got proper team jerseys. I don't know if I'm on the live stream or not, but we got proper team jerseys compared to just a regular shirt with a logo. Okay.
We'll get it.
All right. Yeah, and we've been working on some callouts too. And since the name is Uno Reverse, our callouts are going to be very misleading. So our strategy is going to be the reverse of what we call out. And our loadout strategy is going to be each player is going to walk on with 60 jolts and see what we can do with that.
Very cool. Now, obviously, you've had the opportunity to compete against Uno and Magic Smoke. What's your strategy going up against these other teams that you've had a chance to regularly get a chance to compete against?
Well, we're going to, without giving away too much, we're basically going to be a little more aggressive compared to last year. So if you look at our footage from last year, we can see easily where we went wrong. Then again, we were a new team. Every player on the team had less than 1 year of experience. This year, everybody has at least 2 years of experience. So, we're 100% better than last year.
Awesome. Well, super excited to see this new Uno Reverse team make its way to the field and see if you guys can bring home that gold.
Reverse, back to you.
All right, and last but
most certainly not least is the second half of Orchid Company, and that would be Space Whales,
who has done a wardrobe change in between.
I am Edmund Cintron now. It's very important. Team captain is Space Whales.
Very cool. We'll see if we can get.
But
Junior
so
back
Space
up on
Whales.
the,
We've got Edmund, myself, Jacob from the out west, PKI. A lot of you might be familiar with his Lynx remix. Goop working over there at Matter Hackers. Eli, Braden, Brandon, Eugene, and Spencer. So that's gonna be our lineup. So this year we're going to be running exclusively Saber Apex Primes and the Roblox B Blaster. It's very, very important for competitive Nerf. These are the epitome of Nerf play style right here. So It's very, very important. And then we have multiple team members from Polytechnic, Florida Polytechnic University. We've got some players from Nebula. Unfortunately, Kale wasn't able to register their team in time, but we're really excited to have them. So we'll take good care of them, I promise. I promise to Kale. But yeah, so we're really excited to have 2 teams there, and they're ready to go.
Awesome. And why don't you go ahead and just give a quick shout out to Sunshine Dart League or
Yeah,
your group? Yeah.
So the team's been playing at Sunshine Dart League. We also have guys over in the West Coast. We're able to go down to the CFT practice that Kale hosted. CFT coming up very shortly after Maryland in a month or two. So a lot of the West Coast members, including Clint on Orca. You had Eli, Goop, Jacob, and then also Ton on Orca. So all of them able to work together, play together. So it's been really, really cool. And then we were able to bring up Braden, who plays at IDL, went down to a few of their practices, hosted by Josh, who was just on. And I was able to coach him a little bit, work with him. So he's really excited to be playing. And then Edmund at SDL has been playing with us, and primarily with the rest of the main Orca company roster.
Very cool. Well, super excited to see space whales in person. I've heard only myths and tales of their
Whales go to
journeys.
space. It's very important.
Very important. So, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the bracket. Those are the teams for the Maryland Foam Tournament 2025. Those are the team matches for the first round. There's a total of 5 rounds. And you can do the math on that for the group stages, but it's going to be a full day of foam flinging. The goal is to have the live stream here on the World Foam Alliance YouTube channel. It should be hosted by Captain Xavier and Al the Geeks, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm going to see if we can get Jangular up in the stream, give some commentary. I do have some paperwork for the team captains to fill out just for the stream. So if you guys can stay on the stream quickly after that, I can get to you guys that. But again, want to thank you guys. Does anyone here that's still in the waiting room, anyone here have any final words or statements or anything that they would like to say to any of the other teams or the audience viewing? If you do, go ahead and just raise your hand and we'll get you on the screen for final closing statements. Anyone has final closing statements?
I just want to say that any critiques or opinions you might have can go on the feedback form after the event. I will not be accepting feedback at this time.
All complaints go directly to Boomstick Mods on the day of.
The day of. No.
But before we get to John Q, who
ejected out of the tournament.
And no disputes. All right, Cordell.
Before we get to John, guys, make sure if you're in the area for the tournament physically, if you're coming out, come the day of and see it in person. You're going to get a real good vibe for it. There's also a lot of vending going on from our sponsors, and they're bringing their A-tier stuff with them, some stuff I can't even talk about right now. So definitely, if you can, come out in person and watch, if you can.
And this is a good opportunity actually to thank our sponsors publicly. We have a full list on the website, but again, Out of Darts, Dart Zone, Container Crew, Silver Fox, the list goes on and on. Without them, we wouldn't be able to host this. So make sure you go ahead and show them some love. I think John Q had something that they wanted to say. If we can go ahead and get that switched. And again, the tournament is going to be on May 9th. Yes. Doors open to the public.
What time do they open? What time do they open, Andrew?
8. 8 to the public. 9 to the public.
No, 9 to the public. All my teams should be checked in by 9. So if you're a team, you should be showing up so you can be checked in by 9. Not at 9, by 9, which means you should be showing up between 8 and 8:30.
Show up at 8. Show up at 7:30.
Show up at 7. Help us set up.
That's right. So,
So
all right,
long
we
as
got
there's
John.
coffee. So long as there's coffee.
All right. We got audio from John. Audio, John.
There we go.
There we go.
Everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Really. Just like to thank y'all for running and organizing this tournament. Also, all the folks running games and organizing competitions across the country and outside of the country, just because this turn would happen. But I'd also like to give a really big shout out to Jangler, because he's been doing competitive Nerf, not just in the Bay Area, but also helping grow it since like 2010s. So he's been kind of like the heart and soul of like competitive Nerf in the Bay Area. And I think he's been a really big influence for us getting into the hobby, and also hopefully like the spread and organization of competitive Nerf events kind of just across the country and across the world. I'd really like to really shout that out.
Absolutely. Shout out to Jangular.
Agreed.
Definitely check out YouTube channel, and also fellow Beyblader. So 2 thumbs up for that. So
If you're not in the Maryland Mayhem Discord, you're missing some fantastic memes right now.
Oh God.
So with that being said, is there anyone else that has any closing comments? Any of our guests? Thomas, Brother Seeger's got something. Thomas Mackey. Thomas.
You know, I just gotta give a shout out to my boy Ronan in chat. I'm coming for you, bro. Coming for you. We let you in our practices, but I'm coming for you.
Oh no, you want that smoke?
All right. So again, I just want to thank everyone that joined us for this evening's stream, all our viewers, especially to all our team captains and teams for this upcoming Maryland Foam Tournament 2025 coming May 9th. We'll be live streaming it here on the World Foam Alliance YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more information. If you would like to help out, volunteer, or do anything to help out for the actual event weekend, please drop us an email at the Maryland Foam Alliance email address. All information can be found at the Maryland Mayhem website, which can be found on the MarylandFoamAlliance.org or .com website. And all that information there. You can find us available in the Discord for Maryland Foam Alliance. We have a Maryland Mayhem Discord as well. So for all of those that are coming to attend, we look forward to seeing you. Safe travels. And that's pretty much it. And this is going to be a fantastic tournament. And it's only the beginnings. So again, we're on this journey together, and I appreciate you letting me be a part of it, and super excited. And we will see you guys here back next Wednesday with another episode of Get Off My Lawn with none other than Al the Geek and Captain Xavier. And then we will be back the following Wednesday for another episode of Foam Zone. But again, thank you to all my MFT Maryland Foam team captains for making themselves available for this stream. Go ahead, show them some love, drop them a shout out in the live chat, show them some love on the socials, and looking forward to seeing everyone that's able to make it out here in May. So appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. And don't forget to dart sweep. Oh, it's not a dart sweep, Pat. Good enough.